Hello to all my dear students of class 10. So in the last video, we started a chapter, political parties. Let's have a quick recall of what we did last time. In the last video. So we read about the meaning of political parties. Then we also talked about the necessity of having a political party in a democracy. And most importantly, we read about the seven functions of political parties. Now let's proceed further. Today we will be discussing about how many parties should we have. So this is the next topic that you have in your book. All right. So in a democracy, we know that people are free to form political parties, right? So now, what is the number of political parties that we need to have in a democracy? Okay, should we have one or two, or should we have more than that? Okay, so this is what we are going to learn in this topic. So, as I was saying, people are free to form political parties in a democracy. Okay, so different people who share a same kind of opinion, who have similar ideologies, they can come together and form political parties. That is why what we find is that democracies all over the world. Okay, in each country, if you see, there are many political parties. Like in the case of India also, we have around 750 political parties which are registered with the Election Commission of India. I hope you remember the Election Commission, right? So they take all the decisions with regard to the elections. We read about it in detail in class 9. So the question is then, how many major or effective parties are good for a democracy? All right. Because you 750 parties ma khali there are a handful of parties jo actually they effectively run the race in the election. Okay, and there are very few parties jo actually government ke garcha form garnu paउँछ. So to find an answer to this question, okay, of how many parties should we have, let us look into the different kind of party systems that are followed by different, countries around the world. So firstly, we have something called the one party system. Okay, so there are some countries in the world where there is only one political party that is allowed to control or run the government. Okay, a very good example in this case would be the Communist Party in China. Okay, so in China, what we learned earlier in class 9 was there is only one political party that is allowed to control, and that is allowed to participate in the election and run the government. Okay, if you see this one political party system ma चाहिँ के हुन्छ, खाली एउटै मात्रै political party ले government लाई control गर्नु या त run गर्नु पाउँछ. Okay, so just as I gave you the example of China, ma khali Communist Party le matre election ma participate garnu paउँछ, and which means that only they can form or run the government. All right, so all the political parties that are there in China, okay, they are all actually affiliates of the Communist Party, or they are a part of the Communist Party. Is it understood? So that is what you understand by a one-party system. Okay. Now, if you see, can we call one-party system democracy? Do we think this is a democratic option? So the answer is no. We cannot call this a democratic option, because here the people are not given choices, right? And democracy ma a very important factor is that people have to be given choices. But one-party system ma people ko ma ke chaina, choice chaina. So hence we cannot call this one party system a very democratic option. Okay, because यसमा free freely different political party या different people ले के गर्नु पाउँदैन, election मा contest गर्नु पाउँदैन, compete गर्नु पाउँदैन in order to come to power. Okay, so we have one party system. There are some countries like China where they follow a one party system. Okay, now let us look into the second one. The other kind of party system that we have is called the two party system. All right, we also call it the bi-party system. As the name suggests, here we have two main political parties. So under this two-party system, there is an existence of two main political parties, or we can say that there may be other parties, okay, that but mostly power जुन चाहिँ छ त्यो चाहिँ खाली दुईटा मेन पोलिटिकल पार्टिजको बिचमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ चेन्ज हुन्छ. Okay, that means there are only two main parties which have a serious chance of winning the majority seats in the election. Okay, so we can take the example of USA and the United Kingdom under this two-party system. Okay, so both these countries ma there are two main political parties jasko beach ma power ke bhaibasa shift bhaibasa. All right, there are other political parties, but the other political parties they do not have much chance of winning the majority seats. Okay, mostly khali duita political parties ko bishama dekhi cha competition cha. Okay, and this kind of system like we call it a two-party system or a bi-party system. Okay, now we come to the next type. Okay, the third type. Now this third type of party system is called the multi-party system. And a very good example of a multi-party system is our own country. Okay, so India is an example of a multi-party system. Now how can we see that? See, in a multi-party system, there are several parties who compete for power. And more than two parties, they have a chance to come to power. Okay, either on their own or by having an alliance with others. That means एकलै उनीहरूले majority ल्याउने chance पनि हुन सक्छ या त उनीहरूले कोही बेला के गर्न सक्छ, they can form an alliance with others. Okay, so alliance को मतलब के हो, जब two or more parties when they join hands, that is what you understand by an alliance. Okay, so because India ma we have many political parties and these many political parties are competing for power. Okay, and there are many parties who have actually a chance of coming to power. That means winning the elections either with their own majority or with the help of other political parties. Okay, or alliance with other political parties, they form the government. Okay, now example of an alliance, see 2004 ko jun chai elections bhako thyo India ma, the general elections, there were three major alliances that was formed. Okay, so tinta alliances India ma form bhako cha, that is NDA, that is the National Democratic Alliance. Isma one of the major leading party is the BJP. Okay, and the other alliance that was formed in this 2004 election was the UPA, that is the United Progressive Alliance. Okay, and the third alliance is the Left Front. Okay, so UPA ma Congress is one of the main political parties. Tesari नै Left Front ma we have the CPIM, which is one of the main parties that is there in the Left Front. Okay, so these three alliances that were formed in India during the 2004 elections. Okay, that means 2004 elections ma one single party was not able to get complete majority or majority on their own. So hence ke garyo, just in the case of BJP, they formed an alliance with two or more other parties. They joined hand with two or more parties and they formed an alliance that was called the NDA, which is National Democratic Alliance. In the same manner, Congress lipini alone majority lona sakena, so it formed an alliance with two or more political parties and formed the United Progressive Alliance. In the similar fashion, the Left Front also formed an alliance. Is it understood? So, because we have many political parties in our country who have a good chance of getting majority and forming the government, we call India a multi-party system. Okay, so we have three party systems, we can say, all over the world, different countries le yo tinta party systems la follow garcha. Some are following one party system, like I gave you the example of China. Okay, some are following two party system, like we discussed the example of USA and UK, and some have a multi-party system. Okay, like in the case of India. So out of these three party system, which is better? Okay, so to get an answer to this question, we cannot really say that this party system is good or this party system is bad. Okay, because party system, it is not something which is chosen by a particular country. Okay, rather party system ke huncha, it evolves over time. That means it evolves, it develops over time. Okay, it depends on the nature of the society. Okay, so the society kasto cha tyo country ko, okay, what is the nature of the society, okay, in that particular country. Okay, the social and the religious divisions that is there in the country. Okay, the history of politics of that country, the system of elections of a particular country. All these factors determine the kind of party system that exists in a particular country. Okay, like in the case of China, they have a one party system because the nature of the society, and the religious divisions, the social divisions, the history of politics, okay, the system of elections, okay, that is completely different in China compared to that of India. Okay, India ko अर्कै खालके के छ society छ. We have a different kind of religious division, we have different kind of social division. Okay, हाम्रो जुन चाहिँ छ politics को जुन चाहिँ history छ, okay, the system of जुन चाहिँ elections छ, it is completely different. Alright, so that is why in India we have a multi-party system, whereas in China we have a one-party system. Alright, so party system is not something जुन चाहिँ countryले हामी choose गर्छ आफै. Okay, that हामी यस्तो गर्छ भनेर हैन. Okay, it is something which evolves on its own. On its own. It is something which evolves on its own. That means जुन चाहिँ आफै नै के हुन्छ, create हुन्छ as per the time or as per the nature of the society, as per the other factors. Okay, and each country they develop a system as per their condition. Okay, उनीहरुको condition कस्तो छ, according to that the party system के हुन्छ develop हुन्छ. Okay, so that is why around the world different countries go, the situation, the condition, okay, the society is very different. That's why we have different kind of party system existing in different countries. Okay, so basically your party system like चाहिँ हामीले three categories मा divide गरेको छ. One party system, two party system, and the multi-party system. Okay, now the next topic we have is the kinds of political parties. Okay, so let us now discuss what are the different kind of political parties that exist in any democratic country. Okay, so every federal system all over the world, they tend to have two kinds of political parties. Okay, one is called the national party and the other one is called the state party. Okay, we'll get to the detail of national party and the state party. All right, but before that, what we need to understand is that every political party in a country, they have to register with the election commission. This is very, very important. That means without registration with the election commission, we cannot call it a political party. So every political party le election commission ma register garnu parcha. Okay, and the election commission, they treat all the party equally. It offers some special facilities to large and established parties. Okay, so सबैलाई equally treat गर्छ, but जुन चाहिँ party चाहिँ एकदमै large र एकदमै strong and established parties छ, they are also given some special treatment. Okay, जस्तै they are given unique symbols. Okay, but political parties have symbols, right? So they are given unique symbols. Okay, official candidates of the party can use that election symbol during the time of election, okay, to muster support from the people. All right, so the federal system around the world, hamroma political parties katiwata cha, we have two types of political parties. Okay, national parties and the state parties. Okay, so whether it is a national party or whether it is a state party, they have to register with the election commission. So let us now try to understand what you actually mean by national parties. So national parties, they are called the recognized parties. Okay, and basically these national parties, they have units in various states. That means they are present in many states. Okay, they are national parties. So election commission le national party bhanera recognize garnuko lagi, okay, to identify a political party as a national party, the election commission le certain criteria, that means certain rules set up gareko cha. Okay, let us understand that rules. The first rule says that a party, okay, a political party, if a political party wants to be a national party, then it has to secure at least 6% of total votes in the Lok Sabha election or assembly election in 4 states. That means कुनै पनि political party like national party हुनको लागि चाहिँ they should actually get 6% of total votes in the Lok Sabha election. That means when you have the Lok Sabha elections, this must 6% of the total votes they have to get. Alright? Or उनीहरूले के गर्नु पर्यो, 4वटा state को assembly elections win गर्नु पर्यो. Then you will be recognized as a national party. Along with that, the other criteria is that this political party also has to win at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha. Okay, only then it will be recognized as a national party. That means Lok Sabha ma unarle 4 wata seats unarle win garnu paryo in order to become a national party. Alright, so national parties baneko, they are called recognized parties. Alright, these parties are basically present in many states. Okay, खाली एउटा स्टेटमा मात्रै हुँदैन, थुप्रो स्टेट्समा यो पार्टी के हुन्छ, प्रेजेन्ट हुन्छ. Alright, now we have so many political parties. Okay, as we said earlier, हाम्रोमा around 700 something political parties registered छ, but all are not state parties, all are not national parties. उनीहरु register मात्रै भएको हो नि. Alright, so for any political party to be a national party, this political party has to get 6% of total votes in the Lok Sabha election, या त उनीहरूले 4वटा स्टेटको assembly elections मा win गर्नु पर्यो. Along with that, the second criteria is that they should at least win 4 seats in the Lok Sabha. Okay, only then, okay, only if you satisfy these 2 criteria, then a political party is identified as a national party. Okay, so in the beginning, I said that there are 750 registered parties in India, right? But out of that 750 parties, we have only 6, political parties that has been recognized as a national party. Okay, let us look into the details of which are these 6 national political parties in India. Okay, which are these 6 national recognized party in India. So first one is the Indian National Congress. The symbol of the Indian National Congress, the symbol of a hand, okay, is given there. You can see it on the PPT. So popularly this INC or the Indian National Congress is known as the Congress Party, and it is one of the oldest political parties of the world, which was founded in the year 1885. Okay, now Congress Party, it has seen many splits. Okay, but if you look at the role of Congress, okay, this Congress Party has played a dominant role in the Indian politics at the national and at the state level for several decades now. Okay, right from the time of independence, this party has made a significant place in the Indian political system. Okay, when it was under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, the party, it sought to build a modern, secular, democratic republic in India. So India lai modern, secular, democratic republic banaune unarko main ideology unarko थियो. Okay, and it was the ruling party in the center till 1977, and then later on 1980 to 89 pani this Congress Party formed the government at the center. Okay, but after 1989, slowly Congress ko jun चाहिँ popularity cha, or we can say the support, it started to decline. Okay, because there were a lot of new parties that was coming up. Okay, so बिस्तारै support पनि के हुँदै गयो, decline हुँदै गयो. But having said that, we should not ignore the fact that it is still one of the strongest political party in the Indian political scenario. Okay, the party ko main ideology is, as I said, secularism, and especially the welfare of the weaker section or the minorities. Okay, and it also supports new economic reforms with a human face. And it emerged as the largest party with 145 members in the Lok Sabha elections held in 2004. Okay, so that was about the INC, one of the oldest political party of the world. Now let's look into the second one. The second one is a split from the Congress. Okay, as I said earlier, Congress party split Pakati. Okay, so Nationalist Congress Party. This is also a recognized national party. It was formed in 1999 after a split in the Congress party. It also believes in democracy, okay, secularism, equity, social justice, and federalism. And it wants that high offices in the government should be confined to natural born citizens of the country. That means citizens who are actually born in India, the natural born citizens, they should be holding the higher office. That is what their belief is. And the Nationalist Congress Party, it is one of the major party in Maharashtra, and it also has a significant presence in the states of Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. The third one, the Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay, I think you are well aware that BJP, or the Bharatiya Janata Party, is the government currently, the ruling government or the ruling party at the center. Okay, so this party was founded in the year 1980. The symbol is lotus. Okay, and it wants to build a strong and a modern India by drawing inspiration from India's ancient cultures and value. Okay, so this is one of the main parties, we can say, ideologies or manifestos. Okay, Indian culture, Indian values or ancient values, it gives a lot of importance. Okay, and cultural nationalism or Hindutva, that is one of the important element of this political party. Okay, and it wants full territorial and political integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India, a uniform civil code for all people living in the country irrespective of religion, and ban on religious conversions. Okay, so this is the policies of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay, so as you may be aware, last year there was a lot of integration, Jammu and Kashmir bara jun chai yo Article 370 was removed, right? So that was one of the party's policies then. Okay, so that is after they have come to power, they are trying to implement whatever policies that they have been supporting all this while. So Bharatiya Janata Party ko junche support cha, it began to grow after the 1990s. Otherwise, this party was limited only to north and west or the urban areas of India. Okay, but gradually it expanded its support towards the south, east, northeast India, and to the rural areas. Okay, in Sikkim also today BJP has a very strong hold, right? The next one is the Bahujan Samaj Party. This is also a recognized national party. It was formed in the year 1984. The symbol, you can see, it is an elephant. Okay, the main leader of this party was Kashiram. Okay. The main policy of this party is to represent and secure power for the Bahujan Samaj, which includes the Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs, and the religious minorities. Okay, so main thing your Bahujan Samaj le support garcha, or they speak for the Bahujan Samaj, which means the community of the Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs, and all the religious minorities that live in India. And this party, it draws its inspiration or ideas from the teachings of Sahu Maharaj, Mahatma Phule, Periyar Ramaswamy Nayakar, and Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And it stands for the cause of securing the interest and the welfare of the Dalits and the oppressed class. Okay, so especially they, speak up or they raise the voice for the depressed classes or the Dalits. Okay, if you see, this political party has a main base in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, but you can also find its significant presence in the state of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, and Punjab. Okay, and in Lok Sabha elections in 2004, this party, it polled about 5% votes and secured 19 seats in the Lok Sabha, and hence it became the national recognized party. So the next political party we are going to talk about is the Communist Party of India, CPI. It was formed in the year 1925. So this is also one of the national recognized party. It believes in the ideas of Marx and Lenin, okay, and also supports secularism and democracy. Okay, and some of its ideologies or manifestos we can say are, accept parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of the working class, farmers and the poor. So the main interest group of the Communist Party is the working class, farmers and the poor. Okay, and they believe that through parliamentary democracy they can fight for the welfare of the working class, farmers and the poor. Okay, this party, however, it split in the year 1964, and from this another party was formed, which came to be known as CPIM. Okay, we'll read about that later in the next slide. This party, the CPI, the Communist Party, this party is very popular in the states of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Okay, and यो जुन चाहिँ लेफ्ट फ्रन्टमा, okay, जुन चाहिँ alliance छ त्यसमा it is one of the main leading parties. Now, as I was talking about the split, Communist Party of India Marxist, that is CPIM, this is also a recognized national party which was founded in the year 1964. Okay, and it is a split from the political party, the Communist Party of India. Okay, and it also believes in the Marxism and Leninism. Okay, it also supports the idea of socialism, secularism and democracy, and it is strictly against the ideologies of imperialism or communalism. Okay, now this political party also accepts democratic election as useful and helpful for securing the objective of the socio-economic justice in India. Okay, now this political party CPIM, it has a very strong hold in the state of West Bengal, Kerala and Tripura, especially very popular amongst the poor, factory workers, farmers, agricultural laborer and the intelligentsia. Okay, now this political party is very critical to the new economic policies, which allows the foreign capital and the goods, the free flow of all these foreign investment, foreign capital, okay, FDI, foreign direct investment, या foreign goods जुन चाहिँ इन्डियामा फ्लो हुन्छ, okay, या जति पनि इकोनोमिक पोलिसीज जुन चाहिँले चाहिँ foreign direct investment लाई सपोर्ट गर्छ या foreign goods हरू इन्डियामा फ्लो हुनेलाई सपोर्ट गर्छ, it is very much against it. Okay, and if you see, this political party has been in power in West Bengal without break for 30 years. Okay, 30 years your Communist Party of India Marxist has been the ruling party in our neighboring state West Bengal. Okay, and in 2004 elections it won 6% of votes and 43 seats in the Lok Sabha. So these were the 6 national recognized political parties in India. Okay, so we have only 6 national political parties in India. Okay, so we have 750 registered party, but out of that, khali 6 मध्ये के छ, it is recognized as a national party in India. Okay, so with the examples, I hope you have understood that these parties are not just restricted to one state. We can find these parties in many states. Okay, and we also read about the criteria to become a national party. Now, moving on to the next type of political party is the state parties. Okay, so other than the national party, we have something called the state parties. Now, what is a state party? So, state parties are also known as the regional parties. Okay, and basically they are restricted only to a state. That means एउटा state मा मात्रै त्यो के छ, popular छ या त त्यसको support or hold is only in one particular state. Okay, for example, we can take the example of Sikkim here. In Sikkim, there are 2 main political parties, right? So one is the SKM and the other one is SDF, right? So SDF and SKM, the 2 political parties in our state, they are the state parties. Okay, because outside our state, your political parties are कुनै अरु state मा popular छैन. Okay, like in the case of Delhi, okay, Delhi has the Aam Aadmi Party. Okay, so Aam Aadmi Party, जुन चाहिँ आप भन्ने छ, it is only found in the Delhi region. Okay, so now state party हुनुको लागि पनि there is a criteria. Let's see what the criteria is. The criteria is that to be recognized as a state party, okay, or a regional party, the political party must secure 6% of the total votes in the elections to the legislative assembly of the state. That means त्यो state को जुन चाहिँ legislative assembly छ, in that legislative assembly elections, the political party has to secure 6% of the total votes. Okay, that means total votes must 6% votes उनीहरूले ल्याएर देखाउनु पर्यो. Okay, only then they can be recognized as a state party. Not only that, they also have to win at least 2 seats in the National Assembly in order to become a state party. Okay, so state party हुनुको लागि National Assembly मा दुईटा seats पनि win गर्नु पर्यो. आफ्नो state assembly मा चाहिँ the political party has to secure at least 6% of the total votes. Only then the party can be identified as a state parties. Okay, so we have in our state, you may be wondering, हाम्रो थुप्रो political parties हरु छ, right? We have many political parties, but out of that, these two are the main parties which has been identified as a state party. हैन, हाम्रो स्टेटमा यो दुईटा चाहिँ state party भनेर identify भएको छ because they have been able to get 6% of the total votes in different elections. Okay, other than these two parties, we have other parties also. Okay, जस्तै हाम्रो party पनि छ. Okay, but हाम्रो party is only a registered party because they have not been able to get 6% of the total votes in the election. Is it understood? So state parties हुनुको लागि पनि like a national party को लागि criteria छ, state party हुनुको लागि पनि there are some criteria. Okay, and we just read about this criteria. So I hope this is clear to you, the difference between the national party and the state parties. Okay, so national parties say more than one state मा त्यसको hold हुन्छ. State party is basically limited only to a particular state. This is what we have learned in this video. We basically understood the difference between the different kind of party system that exists in the world. Then we discussed about the type of political parties, under which we read about the national party and the state parties and the different criterions to be identified as a national party and the state party.